Good morning, children. So, today we are going to start chapter 2 polynomials. So, here from class 10th, quadratic polynomial. First, we talk about quadratic polynomial. As we know, the general form of quadratic polynomial is ax square plus bx plus c, where a is not equals to 0. As you know, if a is 0, the coefficient of x square will be 0, then this term will be 0, and we will be left with bx plus c, which is having degree 1. So it will be linear, not quadratic. As we know, for quadratic polynomial, the degree of the polynomial should be 2. So therefore, this condition is important, where a is not equals to 0. Here, a is coefficient of x square. X square, the coefficient of x square. If you hide this x square, you will be left with a. This is the coefficient of x square. B is the coefficient of x. And c is a constant term of quadratic polynomial. So here, since the degree of the polynomial is 2, therefore the number of zeros will be 2. Let us denote these two zeros be alpha and beta. The zeros are the values of x which makes the value of polynomial 0. I am denoting two zeros alpha and beta, and I know one relationship, that is relationship between the zeros and the coefficients. Alpha plus beta means the sum of two zeros is minus b by a. As you know, b is the coefficient of x and a is the coefficient of x square. So this is the relationship of zeros with the coefficients. So sum of zeros is minus b by a. And the product of zeros, that is alpha into beta, is c by a. The product of zeros is c by a. C is the constant term upon a is the coefficient of x square. So these two relationships will help us to form a quadratic polynomial. If we are given with the sum of zeros alpha plus beta and product of zeros alpha into beta, I can form a quadratic polynomial very easily with the help of this standard form. X square minus sum of zeros x plus product of zeros. X square minus alpha plus beta x plus alpha into beta. Let us take examples. Exercise 2.2, question number 1, third part. So 6x square minus 3 minus 7x. As I know, the standard form is ax square plus bx plus c. It means the power of the variable should be in descending order. So I have to arrange this polynomial. So it will be 6x square, then minus 7x will come first, and then minus 3. So 6x square minus 7x minus 3. The first term is having power 2. The second term is having power 1 of the variable. And here the constant term is having power of the variable 0. Therefore 2, 1, 0. Now it is arranged properly in descending order of the power of variable. So 6x square minus 7x minus 3. Since I have to find out the zeros first, because the question is find out the zeros and verify the relationship. So whenever I have to find out the zeros, so I have to equate this polynomial with 0. Now let us solve this by splitting the middle term. So first step is the coefficient of x square will multiply with the constant term. So here coefficient of x square is 6 and the constant term is minus 3. So 6 into minus 3 is minus 18. I have to search the factors of minus 18 such that the sum should be minus 7, which should be equal to the coefficient of the middle term, that is minus 7. So yes, I know 9 2s are 18. Okay, but here the middle sign is minus. So remember this point, the bigger number will have minus sign. If middle sign is minus, then bigger number will have minus sign. So it will be minus 9 plus 2. Just check it. Minus 9 into 2 is minus 18. Minus 9 plus 2 is minus 7. Here, different sign. Subtract the number. 9 minus 2 is 7. And sign of the greater number is minus. So, it will be minus 7. So, we got the coefficient of middle term minus 7. So, my factors will be minus 9 and 2. So, I am going to just replace this minus 7x, that is the middle term, by minus 9x and plus 2x. Because minus 9x plus 2x will give you minus 7x. So yes, we have replaced this in second step. Now next step is we have to find out the common from first two terms and common from last two terms. So 6 and 9, the common factor is 3. X square and x, the common one is x. So 3x is taken out common. So what is left inside? In first term, like 3 is outside, 2 will be left because 3 2s are 6. So 1x is outside, so 1x will be left because it is x squared, minus 3x is outside, so 3 will be left because 3x into 3 will give you 9x. So plus 1 will be taken out common in last two terms because nothing is common here. As we know, 1 is a common multiple for every number. So 1 will be taken out common and 2x minus 3 will be as it is, equals to 0. And now we can see from first term and second term, 2x minus 3, the bracket 2x minus 3 is common. So it will be taken out common, 2x minus 3. So what will be left in the bracket? 3x plus 1 equals to 0. So now I am having two brackets. Now maybe 2x minus 3 can be 0, 3x plus 1 can be 0. So we will equate this. 2x minus 3 equals to 0, 3x plus 1 equals to 0, and by transposing we will get the value of x. So 2x equals to this minus 3 will become plus 3, then x equals to 3, and this 2 comes down, 3 by 2. So the value of x is 3 by 2. Now I can denote it by alpha because I said we will denote the zeros by alpha and beta. So this is my first 0, alpha. Now let us find out the other. So this bracket 3x plus 1 equals to 0, then 3x equals to this plus 1 will become minus 1, and then x equals to minus 1 and 3 comes down, minus 1 by 3. So this is denoted as beta. So we got the value of x. So here in question number 1 of exercise 2.2, we have to find out the zeros by splitting the middle terms. So we got two zeros. We have denoted by one 0 by alpha and other 0 by beta. Now let us verify the relationship of zeros with the coefficients. So first relationship is alpha plus beta is minus b by a. So left hand side, right hand side. Here whenever I have to verify, so I have to check whether LHS is equals to RHS or not. So okay, let us check this relationship. Left hand side is alpha plus beta. What is alpha? 3 by 2 plus beta is minus 1 by 3. Just substitute the value of alpha and beta. Now take LCM 2 and 3. The LCM of 2 and 3 is 6. 3 3s are 9. Plus into minus minus, 2 1s are 2. So 9 minus 2 is 7 and 6 as it is. So on left hand side of first relationship you got 7 upon 6. But now let us check for the right hand side. So it is minus b by a. So minus sign as it is because it is minus. Now let us check what is b. Let us check b. Here a is the coefficient of x squared, that is a 6. b is minus 7, the coefficient of x, and c is a constant term, minus 3. So okay, so minus b and b is minus 7 upon a is 6. So minus into minus plus 7 upon 6. Yes, we got left hand side 7 by 6 and right hand side 7 by 6. So we have verified this relationship. Now let us check for the second one. Alpha into beta equals to c by a. This is the second relationship. Again we have to verify. So I'll solve separately LHS and RHS. So LHS is alpha into beta. So alpha is 3 by 2. Beta is minus 1 by 3. So now you have to multiply. So this 3 will be cancelled out. So what is left? Minus 1 in the numerator and in denominator 2 is left. So LHS is minus 1 by 2. Now check for the right hand side. That is c by a. C is a constant term. So what is your constant term here? Minus 3. So minus 3 upon a is 6. Minus 3 upon 6. Cancel it. 3 1s are 3, 3 2s are 6. So answer is minus 1 by 2. So left hand side and right hand side both you got minus 1 by 2. It means LHS and RHS equal. So we have verified the relationship of the zeros with the coefficients. So, okay children, let us take more examples here. So, question number 1, fourth part. 4u square plus 8u equals to 0. Now, here let us check what is A, B, C. So, A is the coefficient of u square, that is 4. B is the coefficient of u, that is 8. And C, there is no constant term. So, constant term is 0. So, C will be 0. After that, from the first two terms here, I can see the common factors 4 and 8. What is the common factor of 4 and 8? 4. Common from u square and u, 1u will be common out. So 4u is taken out common. Let's see what is left inside the bracket from first term. So as 4u is outside, 1u is left. So u we have written plus. Then 4 2s are 8. So 2 will be left. U is outside already. So now bracket closed equals to 0 because we are finding zeros. After that 4u, either 4u can be 0, either u plus 2 can be 0. So we will equate both the brackets with 0. So 4u equals to 0, u equals to 0 by 4, and 0 upon any number is 0. So alpha is 0. Your first value is 0. Now let us check for the other bracket. U plus 2 equals to 0. So u equals to minus 2. Plus 2 will become minus 2 on right hand side. So your other 0 is beta, that is minus 2. So now you got the value of alpha and beta both. Let us verify. So first verification is alpha plus beta equals to minus b by a. So left hand side, right hand side. Left hand side is alpha plus beta. Alpha is 0, beta is minus 2. So 0 minus 2 is minus 2. Right hand side is minus b by a. So minus, and what is b? 8. 8 upon a is 4. Coefficient of u square, 4. Now cancel it. 4 ones are 4, 4 twos are 8. So minus 2 on right hand side. So in first verification, you got both LHS and RHS equal. Let us check for the second part. Second relationship, alpha into beta equals to c by a. Alpha is 0 into beta is minus 2. So 0 into minus 2 is 0. On right hand side is c by a. C is 0. No constant term in this polynomial. So it is c is 0 and by a is 4. So 0 by 4, again you got 0. So left hand side and right hand side you got 0. So both are equal. Hence the relationship verified. Now let us take one more example, that is fifth part of question number 1, exercise 2.2. So t square minus 15 equals to 0. Since we are finding 0, so we have to equate the polynomial with 0. So now this 15 can be written as root 15 whole square because this square root and this square will be cancelled out. Square root means 1 upon 2, power 1 upon 2. So this 2 and 1 upon 2 power will be cancelled out. So as I know the square root of 15 ka square, the square root of 15 square will be 15 only. So I am just replacing this 15 by root 15 square because they are same. So now I can see the identity a square minus b square. So a square minus b square is a plus b into a minus b, where a is t and b is root 15. So I got two brackets once again. So I can equate these two brackets separately with 0. So t plus root 15 equals to 0 and t minus root 15 equals to 0. So t equals to this plus root 15 will become on right hand side minus root 15. And here t equals to this minus root 15 will become plus root 15. So here I got two zeros. Here alpha is minus root 15 and beta is root 15. So in this way we are finding the zeros. After that we have to verify the relationship. So here I can see what is the coefficient of t square, 1. So a is 1. What is the coefficient of t? Can you see t here? No. There is no t. So coefficient of t will be 0. There is no t term which is having t. So therefore coefficient of t is not there. It is 0. Then constant term I can see minus 15. So C will be minus 15. And in this way, same way, we can verify both the relationship for this question also. Let us see the question number 2. Here the question is, find the quadratic polynomial with a given number as sum of zeros and product of zeros respectively. So here as first part is 1 by 4 minus 1. So here in this first one 1 by 4 will be sum of zeros. And the second one is product of zeros. So as I know, sum of zeros means alpha plus beta is 1 by 4. And product of zeros means alpha into beta is minus 1. So we got alpha plus beta and alpha into beta given. So now after that I know this general form, x square plus sum of zeros, x square minus sum of zeros x plus product of zeros. Okay, you have to remember this, and this form we got because of the relationship alpha plus beta is minus b by a, alpha into beta is c by a. So we have to remember this one. So we can just substitute the value of alpha plus beta and alpha into beta in this form. So x square minus alpha plus beta is 1 by 4x plus alpha into beta is minus 1. We have just substituted. Now let us take the LCM, because here denominator, the first term is having denominator 1, here it is having 4, it is having 1. So since we got the fractional number here 1 by 4, so we have to take the LCM. So LCM is 4. So now we have to multiply this by 4. So it is 4x square minus x as it is, because 4 is already in denominator, and here we are not having 4, so we have to multiply both numerator and denominator by 4 to make denominator 4. So minus 1 into 4 is, it is minus 4. It is minus 4. So 4x square minus x minus 4 upon 4 we got. So now this is 1 upon 4. Okay, this is 1 upon 4 which will be taken out common. So what is left? 4x square minus x minus 4. 4x square minus x minus 4 will be inside the bracket. So this one is the quadratic polynomial, the required one. This is the constant one. So you have taken out common. So you can say the required quadratic polynomial is 4x square minus x minus 4.